This is getting really tough, guys. I think I'm getting a little lightheaded. Hey guys, as the title says, I'm going to be attempting to put the original 151 Pokemon in order. And I'm going to see how many I can get right. And I'm pretty sure that I can get at least 115. Like, I'm certain of that. I'm like 1,000% certain. 115. Nothing below that. No problem. So I got my pad here with the original 151, and they are jumbled up. They are not in order. Some of the names are misspelled. I didn't write this out. I grabbed it off the internet. I forget who did it. And then I have my list here, numbered 1 through 151. Don't mind my beautiful handwriting. I'm just going to be crossing it off. Crossing 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way in order so I don't lose myself. Now, the beginning is super simple. I used to collect Pokemon cards as a kid, so I memorized this bad boy. This has been in the dome for quite some time. So the first one, super simple. We got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Now, there's an I in there. Is it Charizard or just Charizard? Is the I silent? I've never actually, I have no idea, I'll be completely honest with you. Anyways, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. Now we flip the page, like if it's in a card binder, we flip the page, and then we have the bugs. We're going into the bugs. What's that damn thing's name? Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. And then the birds, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. I always thought when I was a kid, I always figured Pidgeotto would be the third form, because it's like Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, like the name gets longer. So that one always kind of messed me up a bit. I'm surprised I got it right now. I thought I was going to jumble them up like I did frickin' Charmander and Charizard. Ugh. So after Pidgeotto, that's, the damn rats. The rodents. Rat-a-tat. Rat-tata? Rat-a-tata. Yeah, Rat-tata. I'm confident in that. And then Raticate. The snakes. Ekans and Arbok are 21 and 22. The slasher guy. The slash man. Slash guy. Sandshrew. No. Yeah, Sandshrew. But I was thinking Sandslash, the evolution. So Sandshrew, Sandslash, and then I was thinking Cubone, but it's not Cubone. He's a little bit later. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's 25, and then Wigglytuff, 26. The hentai dude. The noodle guy. Who's Tangela? Jeez, what the fuck is going on with my... What the hell? What's going on with these names? Dude, this is a little difficult doing by myself because I have to scratch off this and then I have to go through this crazy list. These aren't even spelled correctly. This dude's name he spelled it Kangaskian. Like Sandusky, Chudnovsky. So sorry for all the cuts, by the way. So I have to do... I don't have somebody to do this for me. Anyway, we're on 28. We're on 28 now, and the last one I said was Tangela, and so Tangela. So that'd be at the end of that page. We flip the page, and then now we're gonna get into some plant life. I know that it's Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and then the last one is it has the teeth. And I remember Markiplier specifically was like, pass, because he saw those teeth. It's a Victory Bell. That's what I knew it was a V. I almost said Vileplume, but I knew it was a V. So I'm on that. Okay, so those plants, and then it goes into, now we're getting into Vileplume, because they tend to keep these guys together. I remember that. It was like the plants. So it was Oddish, little guy Oddish. He looks like a little an odd thing. And then he turns into that weird thing. He's like, and he has a little weird hat. And then his third form is Vileplume. I probably should have memorized all the Pokemon names for this because I'm losing it. But I know what the Pokemon are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm describing them. You can see it on the card. I remember the original cards. The middle form of Oddish something Vileplume. And that middle one is he looks like high, and he's like, and he has like a little drool coming out or whatever. I don't know what it is coming out of his mouth. It's Gloom. Gloom. Okay, so it's Gloom. You would think that his name would be Drowsy, but that's the weird yellow elephant looking thing. It's not. It's almost got me there. No, it's not. It's not him. It's Gloom. Gloom. It's the Gloomies. My mom calls it Bloomies. Bloomies. Anyways, dude, I've had that in my head since I've seen that episode. Like, it just doesn't go away. Yeah, I'm a Friends fan, by the way. And they were on a break. Anywho, after that, now we're gonna get into some beefcakes. Okay, we got Machop, Machoke, and then Machamp. I just realized I haven't been crossing these out on my list. I don't know what number I'm on. Oh my gosh, this is a train wreck. After them, now we're getting into, because, you know, the beefcakes, and they're not greased up. And then we have the Rocky beefcakes. The Rocky beefcakes. I'm just go ahead and cross out 3 right now, because that is Graveler. Damn. What's the second form? No, Graveler is the second form. It's Geodude, Graveler, and Golem. Or Golem. Golem? No, not Golem. Not my precious. It's Golem. Golem. Let me make sure I got them on here, okay? Golem. Machamp, Golem. Okay, so now we're at 40. We're on number 40 right now. So I think out of the 39, I probably got at least 24 of them right. I have to be at the 24 mark. There's just no way. So I'm missing more than I would want, because I got to get to that 105 mark, 110-ish, you know? So we're doing pretty well here. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're going to be with the canines now. Dogs. So 40 is going to be Vulpix. 41 is Ninetales, which means 42 is Growlithe, and 43 is Arcanine. Something like that. And then we get into the little guy. We're going back to little rodent dudes. So, but this rodent dude's cool. Pikachu, right? 45 is Raichu. You know what I'm saying? Raichu used to be like my favorite Pokemon. There's this card where he's like in the air, he has this really cool pose, and his tail's like swinging around. There's I think there's like a lightning bolt. I had that card in like those plastic cases that you have to like use a screwdriver to open it up and put it in there and, you know, tighten it up. Oh, dude, as a kid, that was my prized possession. Anywho, neither here nor there. We gotta get back to this list. Zubat, and then what's his second form? Goldar? Isn't it Goldar? No, that's Power Rangers. What the Golbat, not Goldar. Jeez. We have the bats. Okay. They're flapping around. And so we're thinking like-minded, you know, like creatures with their techniques. And they're okay, so we've got winged creatures. Oh, the next one, 48. That's easy. So once you start thinking like this, like me, like a Pokemon master, that's how you know that you're on the right track to becoming Ash Ketchum. Because this is, bump 48 is Spear. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Spearow. And then Fearow. It's Fearow, not Pharaoh. He's not from Egypt. We're still on winged creatures here. So we're going with Venonat at 50 and Venomoth at 51. I'm actually I'm like 100% certain that is correct. And then after that, it is Hitmonlee and then Hitmonchan. They're back to back. Now we're going into water. We're going into the water, into the wild of the water, into wild waters, really. So 54 is Staryu, and 55 is Starmie, which means the next one is Cloyster, and then Clamster. Clamster and Cloyster? Oh, man. What is that Pokemon? I'm thinking it's Cloyster. No, Cloyster is the second form. Cloyster is the second form. So what's the first one? Shelder. Isn't it Shelder? Yeah, it's Shelder. It's a Clamster. Cloyster and Clamster. Now we're going to kind of mix in with the dogs, because dogs was like a little bit prior to this, the dogs, but it kind of goes back into the dogs. We're going back inside the dogs. So it's Eevee, and then Vaporeon, and then Jolteon, and then Flareon at 60. Flareon is number 60. Okay? Hands down, straight up. Whew. Okay, now we're on 61. I'm getting a little excited here. We're reaching the halfway point here. This is amazing. And out of these 60, I'm confident that I have at least 42 of them right. I think I'm off by 18 right now. So forgive me for being, but it's kind of hard to like, dude, there's a lot of names here. My gosh, there's so many Pokemon. There's like 151 of these things. We're on 61, and it's still going in the water. And so now it's going to be the ducks. The ducks. Psyduck is 61 for sure. And then Golduck is 62. Tentacool, and then Tentacruel. He's cruel. He's a cruel guy. So that's 63, 64. 64? Wow. Like Nintendo? Which I think about those Nintendo Switch prices right now, like for the games, and it breaks my heart just a teensy bit. 65, we're still keeping with the water. It's going to switch up here right after this, but this is the last water ones for now, as I remember. Krabby, Krabby Patty, and Kingler. I remember that. Now we're going to dive into something a little bit different. Scyther, it's 67. And then Electabuzz. Those are kind of like humanoid-looking dudes. Well, maybe not Scyther, but Electabuzz kinda. Kind of like a static shock furry. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, humanoid-looking things. Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. Alakazam is 71. I like Abra. I like how he's like always like sleeping. I like that guy. He just seems like a chill dude. I'd chill with him. I wouldn't sleep with them. Do you think I was going to say that, you weirdos? Okay, after that, now we're going to get into the farts. Okay, so it's coughing and wheezing. And then later on, doesn't he have like a third form called queefing? Yeah, that's not going to hit. That's not funny. Since they're all gaseous, now it goes into the dirt guy. What is that, the silly putty guy? He's grimy. Grimer. The real grimy dude. 74, 75 is Grimer and Muck. And then that goes into some of the coolest Pokemon ever. Ghastly. Haunter. I almost said haunting. The haunting. And then my boy Gengar. I used to love that card, by the way, as a kid. That like he's like CGI, just standing there like, but it's like a CGI. Some of them are like hand drawn stuff. It can be or whatever. But like the Gengar, there's something about that color purple and his smile and there's like the pose he was in. He's just super cool, man. Gengar is pretty cool. Now we're gonna switch it on over. This is when we get 79 is Mr. Mime, and I can confidently say, yet again, by the way, that 80 is Jinx. Yep. Now we're getting into freaking what's it? The cute one with the he's like Charmander, but he's like a warrior. Cubone. I'm telling you, I legit am like trying to figure out the names of these. It's crazy. I forgot his name, but I know his evolved form is Marowak. Whack. Boom. And so after that, it's the dude with the Pinsir. I know we're getting close to the fossil type Pokemon, but I know that's not until around in like the hundreds. That's when we're gonna get into Kabuto, Kabutops, but not quite yet. After Pinsir, it's You gonna help me out? You gonna help me out here? I need help. It's the guy with the boobs, the fire boob head. Like the little Nicky guy. The fire dude. He's like Electabuzz but fire. The boobs on his head. Magmar. Jeez. So we got Magmar. Magmar. What a cool name. Magmar. Ramgam. Magmar. Ramgam? Is that it backwards? Ramgam? Silly. That's so silly. Okay. 85 is, I mentioned him earlier, the yellow elephant dude. Hypno. No, that's his evolved form. Hold on. 85 is Drowsy. 86 is Hypno. And then the dumb one. The real dumb one. The real dumb. The pink thing. Slowpoke. Slow King. No. Is it Slow King? Slow Bro. Slow King is... No. Slow King is later. Slow Poke, Slow Bro. Sup, Slow Bro? Sup, dude? Nidoran male. Nidorino. And then 91 is Nido King. And then Nido Queen. No, Nido... Jeez. Oh my gosh. Nidorino female. Nidorina 93. And then 94 is Nido Queen. And then 96. No, 94. 95. Jeez, what the... 95 is the one nobody ever talks about. He's on all fours. He's like a buffalo bull thing. Tauros. Torag? So now we got to get back into electricity here. And it's the Pokeball dude. Electrode is 96. And then he transforms into Voltorb. No, it's Voltorb. Voltorb, and then he transforms into Electrode. Jeez, this is getting really tough, guys. I think I'm getting a little lightheaded. Whew, I need some water. I'm super serious. We're good to go, baby. The talking one. The talking guy. Team Rocket's guy. Meowth. And then he turns into Persian. Persian had such a cool card. It was the trainer card, Giovanni. Giovanni's Persian. I thought it was super cool. That's just a beautiful looking card. I thought it was so amazing as a kid. I never actually had one myself. I tried to trade for it. My brother had it. He would never give it to me. Never trade it to me. I always wanted it. To this day, I want that card. I just put it somewhere on my wall here in a nice, beautiful case. I put it somewhere over there. Anyways. Paris, and then Parasect. Right now, I've gotta be at least at 60% right now, honestly, which I'm definitely below where I anticipated. This is really tough. I'm not gonna lie. I underestimated on like seriously. 60% is really not bad. Let's see how the rest of this turns out. So next we have honestly, I really like these Pokemon. At least the first form and then the third form I think are super cool. The middle form is just kind of meh. Actually, I have that backwards. I actually really like the second form and the first form. The third form I think is just a little goofy looking. So we have Poliwag. I like him, a little tadpole guy. Poliwhirl, 103, and then 104 is Poliwrath. Poliwag, cute little tadpole guy, and then he gets his arms and he's Poliwhirl. I think he looks super cool right there. He almost looks like something that could be in like a Mario game or something. And then Poliwrath just literally looks like somebody stepped on and squished Poliwhirl. They just flattened him out a little bit, just pancaked him. And he looks like he just got smashed. Ran over. Rhydon at 105, and then Rhyhorn at 106. Then it's Chansey at 107. And then 108 is Kangaskhan, or how this guy spelt it, Kangaskian. 109 is Kabuto. And then 110 is Kabutops. Everybody knows that. That's a simple one. So those are the first of the fossils. Remember, I just said Chansey. Fairy, we have Clefairy at 111 and Clefable at 112. And that closes up all the fairy Pokemon. There's no more fairy Pokemon in the rest of this 151. I'm pretty sure. I think. Okay, so 113 is it says on here written duck with a stick. So Farfetch'd with a stick. It looks like a celery. It looks like a piece of or not celery, like an onion or something. Like some sort of. It's definitely some sort of vegetable, is it not? It's not just a stick, is it? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't write this. I didn't draw it either. I didn't create that Pokemon. I wouldn't have. I think it would have been really bizarre to make that character. I think he's just weird. After that is the eggplant. He's the eggplant. I was thinking of his second form because the first form is eggs and the second one is a tree. And I thought of eggplant. I think that's silly. Execute, right? Execute, and then 115 is it execute? When I was a kid, I said executor, But isn't it, is it not Executor? Is it exec? I don't know, guys. Holy moly! I understand if anybody gets to this far into my video that I'm already roasted. So I'm pretty roasted, and I'm actually being very genuine here. I really think this is the order of these Pokemon. So I'm pretty certain I collected these bad boys as a kid, and I'm just remembering the Pokemon binder that I had. I had them in order. I knew how to count as a kid, I think. I think so. Now we're moving on to one of the most amazing Pokemon. The guy even made it the most powerful Pokemon of all time. Magikarp. I love that guy. You know how many times I pulled Magikarp back in the day? In my pack, Magikarp. I had like freaking 1,000 things, man. Ugh, could not escape Magikarp. I don't want any Magikarp. 117 is Gyarados. Yeah, he's cool. Not my favorite Pokemon, but it's a nice freaking fish. Now, we're going back to some birds, but we're going some ostriches. I think they're ostriches. Ooh, excuse me. Doduo at 118, and then 119 is Dotrio. Dodrio. I have no idea, but I you know what I'm talking about though. 3 hits. 3. So that means 120 is now, dude, this guy is ridiculous, man. I don't know what's up with this Pokemon. Lickitung. He freaks me out. I don't even want to edit this later and put this guy wherever I'm going to put him, right here or wherever he's going to be, somewhere. I don't like it. I don't like that big tongue. I feel like it's really drippy, it's really moist, it's really nasty, and it's got to be sticky. And I don't like that. So 121 is easily Seal, and 122 is Dugong. That's a cool word to say. I like that. I'd give that a solid 8.5 out of 10 for sure on like enunciation type things. 123 is the mole guy, the worm mole, the furry worm mole guy. Doug man. What the heck is that thing's name? Diglett. Jeez, Diglett and Dig Trio. No, it's Dodrio. Diglett, Diglor. Dude, what is this damn evolves? It's just literally 3 of them. It's the same Pokemon. They just put 3 of them together, almost like the Magnemite and Magnetron. It's Doug Trio. I'm certain it's Doug Trio. Did I say Doug Lamar? I don't even know what I said. So 124 is Doug Trio. So Dodrio. They have Doug Trio and Dodrio. That's probably why they're side by side in the order, in the Pokemon order, because their names are really similar. 125 is going to be Magnemite. And then they just put 3 of those together. What a transformation. How creative. And Magnetron. I'm surprised it's not Magnetrio at this point. Good lord. Ooh, okay, now we're getting into the real good stuff, because these are the last, like, single Pokemon, and then we get into the really cool Pokemon. And when I say single, I don't mean like they can't get dates. I'm sure they're very charming. I mean, they don't have evolved forms, evolutions in this original 151 for sure. So we have Onix at 127. And then we have Ditto at 128, the Porygon at 129. And that should be the end of the Pokemon that don't evolve. Obviously not including Mew and Mewtwo, because everybody knows what numbers those are. I'm saving those bad boys for the end because they are the end. You know what I'm saying? They're the end game. Now we're getting into some of my favorite Pokemon. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I really, really love these Pokemon. All 3 forms. I think they're super cool. Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. Dragonair is one of the most badass Pokemon, and I will die on that hill. Super cool, super elegant, super sleek. It just looks like dude, Dragonair looks like a freaking like a queen or princess or something, man. Just royalty. It's freaking awesome. Love that Pokemon. And then Dragonite comes along, kind of looking a little derp. You know what I'm saying? Just a little McDerpus. And I mean that respectfully. I'd love him. I really do. Cross that out. Dratini. Where is he? Dragonair. There we go. So after that, now we have Ponyta at 133. And 134 is Rapidash. And then goes into some fire, So that's when we whip out Moltres at 135, and then Articuno, and then Zapdos at 137. I said Pokemon that don't evolve, and I totally forgot about the legendary birds. Rookie mistake. Now we're going into Seadra. I almost said Seal again. Not Seal. Seadra. Seadra and then Hydra. Marvel? Was Marvel over here? No, Seadra and, what the heck is the thing turned into? Seadra. Seadris. Oh, I glanced over. I had to glance over, and the name just jumped right out at me. It's Horsey. Horsey, my bad. Horsey and then Seadra. I'm so sorry about that, guys. We're at the end game here. Like, seriously, at the end game. I'm pretty sure I accidentally crossed over more than I needed to, just one spot. So it says that I'm on 140, but I'm pretty sure we're on 139. So 139 is now Venonat, 140 being Venomoth. And I'm going to be completely real here. Real. Jeez, I can't even speak anymore. I know for sure those two do not go here. I know that I messed that up. They were way earlier, and I just didn't think about them. So I understand that. I'm not sitting here trying to dupe y'all thinking I think that Venomoth and Venonat is 139, 140. That's foolish. Rookie mistake. My bad. But I'm going to get the rest of these right here, because I think I definitely have these ones right here. So, actually, no, I don't. I can already see it because I messed up on this. Darn it. Because 141, Mankey, 142, Primeape. I'm like, gosh darn it. Those were way earlier. I messed that up pretty bad. So now I'm pretty certain that I have, out of the 143 we're at here, 142, I'm probably only got about 98 of these right now. So I'm definitely below what I think I wanted to be at, where I was always hoping that I would achieve. 143 is Snorlax, and then we have Omanyte. 145 is Amistar. I'm a star. Look at me, Daddy, I'm a star. And then 146 is Aerodactyl. Lapras. I like Lapras. I think Lapras. Lapras. Dude, the pronunciation on this is wild. It's blowing my mind. Damn. I really messed up on this because I know this is wrong. Based on the names that are left here, 148 is Goldeen, which I know is not right, which means 149 is Seaking. That's not correct. I definitely screwed that up. Gosh darn it. I really thought I was going to do better than this. I really did. 150 is Mew, and 151 is Mewtwo. I'm confident Mewtwo is the final one. Or does it go Mewtwo and Mew? I'm not going to lie. I might have messed that up. But my answer is 150 is Mew and 151 is Mewtwo. Everybody knows what numbers those are. It might be switched. I can't remember. Obviously, I couldn't remember most of this. But we finally reached the end of this journey. Thank you so much for everybody that followed along and actually stuck with me here in my ridiculousness. You know, I'm really nervous in front of this camera. I'm not gonna lie. This thing's staring at me. It blows my mind. I got this light blasting on me, and so I just really feel like I'm on the spot, which I am. But I feel like there's like a million people in here watching me, and it's pretty crazy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm certain. I know I have it up here. This number right here, the right number, wherever I'm going to put it, right, I got at least, I'd say 100 even. It was below what I was expecting, but I still think it's pretty high. 100 out of the 151 I think is pretty solid. Y'all think y'all can do better? I'd love to see it, man. Tag me in it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it to see how close you get. But anyways, I'm Rocket Ship Sales. If you liked what you saw and heard, please like and subscribe. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. Honestly. Well, anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.